It's Starry Lock. And this is both Starry Lock and Starry's Lost and Found, as well as my Facebook account. Sort of an experiment. I'm outside of Wells Fargo right now, across the parking lot from the Chamber of Commerce and the KMBLP, which is a low-powered FM non-commercial station. Back when KMB were the call letters to a commercial station, those were owned by the people who are my current employers. We have Pocket Woman, Lowell Forbes, Frederick Germano, Pocket Woman, Rune International, and Dana all here. Well, it's a great turnout for early in the morning. We may have to show across the street when I'm over on that side. I'm at the intersection of an L, and I'm going to walk the perimeter around it. I'm going to take it easy in walking. It rained all day yesterday, and then that transitioned to freezing rain and then a little bit of snow last night. So things are slippery in a few places. And Ronald is here, and Alpha Centauri has joined us. James Randolph. All sorts of names I recognize. This building here has been renovated and changed inside a few times. When I first moved to Emmetsburg, it was McNally's Bakery, and then they sold the business after decades of a successful bakery here on this corner, and it has been two different restaurants, and I don't think anyone has successfully ran a restaurant out of it since McNally's closed. I am not sure what this was when I first came up here. It seems to be a vintage odds and ends store now. They have the truck out putting out the icer on the highway, so once the road maintenance truck has gone by, I can hear myself. Sorry for the noise. The truck is putting down sand, and I think, well, maybe not sand. It looks like they're just putting down de-icer because the highways are pretty slick this morning. This next building, when I came up here, was an open restaurant and lounge. It has since gone out of business. The building is starting to get into pretty sorry shape. If I were to go around back, you'd see how bad a shape it's in. This is a small business to help. It's not publicly based. It is a commercial learning center. And then we have the Palo Alto County Abstract Company. When you want to sell your property in the U.S., you have to get an abstract drawn up to show the series of ownerships and so forth that the property has gone through, and whether it has liens on it and so forth. And That's what an abstract company does. Hello, Vicky. This is the office. It is an active bar here in town, so that when you can say to whoever's calling to check on you that you're still at the office and you're actually down at the bar. There is some really nice stonework on this building, well, several of these buildings. They've renovated the lower part of this, and this is now whatever Emmett Financial is. Next to it is Some Hing, which is our local Chinese restaurant. This is sort of a regional chain. There's a Some Hing over in about 30 miles from here. It's a family owned. Dr. Who and Chris Capoon are both here. My chat is off to the right-hand side of my screen and is mixing in any chats that come in from both my YouTube accounts and my Facebook. So I don't know who I'm talking to. Jason from SE Lock and Key is here. We have a bar called The Library, and our oldest is always like, we're going to the library. And I'm like, okay, learn well. Some Hing has also contributed a couple of 5-gallon buckets to me for my magnet fishing. Emmetsburg has a proud Irish heritage. This is obviously originally the Emmetsburg National Bank in 1915, but it is now the Irish gift shop, which such things as keychains that say the Dublin of Iowa. My brother and his friends in Dublin, Ireland find that so humorous. But town was founded by immigrants that came over following the Irish potato famine in 1849. You'll recognize look at 9th Street that we came up last time. Well, that reminds me the battery issue. The battery issue is nothing to do with the cold, although it is only 24 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 5 degrees Celsius, and a little windy out here. The battery issue is a reporting issue caused by the recent iOS update. We looked at the apartments on the side here last time. There's what the front side of that building looks like. It's had various buildings and businesses in the lower part. It's currently Seasons, which is a therapist and counseling service to help people. We have another salon. You will notice that there's only this one-story building here and then this very narrow structure. This is a stairwell built. There had been a 2-story brick building here until a couple of years ago when that building started leaning against its neighbor, and they decided to take it down for safety's sake and then put in that narrow method of a stairwell to go up to the second floor of where the apartments are above the salon. De-icing truck going by again, a little faster than the last time. This is the local coffee shop. It has been suffering in business. It has a couple closed businesses, but there's quite a few open ones, so we're not doing too badly. I am not sure what caused the open buildings on opposite sides being missing, but I forgot to. This is Broadway. Am I wandering around in my conversations? I think I am. This is an older one-story building. It is our Mexican restaurant. There is up in Esterville, about 40 miles from here, another Don Jose, which is owned by the same family, which makes it a regional brand. Ooh, here comes our road maintenance people again, roaring up toward the intersection. Clothing store in here. When it is warmer out, I might do a tour showing you the old high school, which became the junior high, which became a apartment building. And when Emerald Isle Tattoo opened up, they were down at the old high school. They have an Irish flag with a tattoo gun as their logo outside of their store, along with a red, white, and green and shamrock. We're back down at Main Street. This is now Main Street and Broadway. Emmetsburg is not built on the simple, we have a Main Street format of some small Midwestern towns. It is not built on the town square format. It is built on a T, which is the only town I've ever seen like it. Where that hair salon right there is where KEMB used to be when it was a commercial radio station. And now it is time for me to cross the street. And we finally have a green light. There is the former Ben Franklin 5 and Dime, which became a flea market and is, I don't even think it's open anymore. So yeah, there's an example of a closed business. It was warmer here yesterday, which is why it rained all day yesterday. This was a home furnishing and furniture store when I moved up here. It is now flowers and personal gifts called Bloomings. Hard to see the sightings there. And this is the Palo Alto County Gaming Development Corporation. I think this has been here since the casino opened in town. And in warmer days, this is a little park area with a mural painted here to highlight a few things about town. Five Island Lake mural artist Marta Diltner. But I am not about to sit on the icy benches in this weather. And we saw seasons while we were walking down across the street. We are about to get to the courthouse. It's not really a square, it's more of a rectangle, but you'll see how Irish Emmetsburg is. We do so. We have the truck going by again. Oh, let's see. There is that battery warning again. And that is not an actual low battery. I forgot to tell this story. I got distracted earlier. When the iOS got updated on the phone, something creeped into the code, which means it misreports battery life. And last week, when it reached 20%, and then 10%, and then 5%, as soon as I shut off StreamYard, it crept up to 20, and then within 10 minutes, it was up to 65%. So we'll just wait and see what happens. I do have a battery charger if need be. I just should have thought to bring hand warmers. Okay, this here is our courthouse rectangle. I guess Courthouse Square has more of a ring to it. Let's see if I can get this at an angle where the sun isn't going to blind you. This is a statue of Robert Emmett. The original statue is in Washington, D.C., and there are 10 copies in various parts of the world. And Robert Emmett was one of the leaders of the 1803 rebellion in Ireland against English rule. As a lot of the founding members of this community came over as part of the Irish potato famine in the following 1849 and in the 1850s. A lot of them remembered Robert Emmett, and that's where the town gets its name. And then I have never read that sign, and I can't read it from here. I'll have to do that when it's warmer out. My hands aren't solid bricks of ice. As you can tell, the sidewalk over here in the shadowy side is all icy, so I'm being very careful and precarious here. Now, this building here is the Kenmore Building. It was at one time long ago. Hotel. It is currently the housing of several businesses. One is a realtor office. One of it is obviously Pizza Ranch, which is a regional restaurant, pizza base sort of, but uses a ranch motif. And then there is the costume shop for the local community theater located in the basement of that building. There is a little courtyard back behind there. The delivery vehicles for Pizza Ranch and so forth will zip out of that alley. alleyway. So that's a place you got to be careful of at certain times of the day. See the fire escape mechanism. Next to it, that used to be a woodworking shop and a restaurant. I think it's closed or maybe apartments now. Next to it is another bar. Yes, we have plenty of bars here in town. This one's called Bad Manners. And it's open from 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. So 6 hours to clean the place up. There is our Palo County Courthouse. Some of the county offices have been put off to other areas in the downtown area, which is what I showed you last Sunday with the Brinks building. But there is the Bucket Courthouse building down here on the corner of the red brick building. That is our sheriff's office. That was built beginning of the 20th century, and so they got a bond issue passed to build a new sheriff's office. And the smaller brick building there is the back of the Carnegie Library, which became the Iowa State University that used to be the Emmetsburg power plant and is now a senior center. And I am not sure what function that will serve. So that completes my downtown tour. This wind makes it quite a bit more chilly out here than it was last Sunday. May have to lay off the outdoor tours. Main Streets. This truck decides what it's doing, and it's going into that alleyway. Oh, sorry about that. It's not just a reporting issue. It actually cut itself off thinking it had less than 10 play. It had run out of battery. So we are about a block from my car, so I'll just talk to you like this rather than flipping the camera around and trying to maneuver that through this ice and my frozen hands. And we can talk a bit from the car. I don't know what point we cut out. Whoa. It is very icy in here because we haven't seen sunlight on this section. I'm outside of the Pizza Ranch. I think that was filmed. Oh. traffic either way. We can make it to the car and warm up a bit. As I was saying, when I suddenly noticed I had a black screen, I think I am going to skip these morning excursions until it warms up outside a bit. The wind, there's about a 10-mile-an-hour wind. That's just enough to really make that 24 degrees seem frigid. Oh. American Justice of Texas, hello. Diggin', hello. And Heavy Metal Mamas is here. The rivers are thawed down their main thoroughpath here, and the lake is still frozen over. I might head down to the river when my hands are warm again. Okay. Colleen Jackson, hello. I'm not sure if that's a real name or not with that link, so we'll put that user on timeout. I'm not sure if spurs will work. Spikes on my shoes. Oh, that might have worked. So, Pennsylvania fishing. I did my ram detecting. Geez, everyone's showing up now. Unless this, I'm not sure if this, my hands hurt. If you're in one chat, you won't be seeing the chats. I have the chat screen from StreamYard, and so I'm seeing the chats from both channels, so it might be a bit confusing. Yes, I need more hot coffee. That is for certain. If you are just joining, I just spent 20 grueling minutes walking around in a big L, covering my the second part of my downtown tour. You may have to watch that later if you are interested. Next week is only supposed to be 17 degrees, so if that forecast ends up true, we'll be indoors for next Sunday's chat. My flesh does not turn black, so frostbite does not turn dim. Yeah, and that 17 degrees Fahrenheit is the predicted high next Sunday. The low, which first thing Sunday morning where this chat is supposed to only be minus 10, so and that's Fahrenheit, not Celsius, so it'd be a little nippy. So this might be the last outdoor walk I have if things cool off again for a little while. We have a big St. Patty's Day parade. I'll make sure I have my battery extender on the phone so that we don't have a problem there. I picked up a battery that's charger that's supposed to, it has a fairly high rating. It's supposed to handle recharging my phone 8.5 times. So, but St. Patty's weekend, there will be a big parade here in town, and I will try to cover that. Emerald City Diggers, good morning. And Polar Bear says, stay in with hot pancakes next weekend. Yeah, well, that does sound good. I have no pepperoni in my hair, even though I slipped outside of the pizza place. So, Oregon, family magnet fishing. I'll have to emulate him and do some live magnet fishing now that things are slowly starting to thaw, although it's next weekend dropping 20 degrees colder than this weekend. Who knows how soon that'll be. If you want the if you came late enough and you're wondering why I'm just filming from inside of my car, you can do a replay later and see the earlier and see my walk around the downtown area. Clark's Cove detecting. I do not have a sixpence on me, no. It's an odd question, Jason. LPM says hi. And Oregon Family Magnet Fishing is saying hello to several channels. Jason seems disappointed I don't have a sixpence. Can I do that? I am currently in. I'll make sure to do that next weekend, Oregon family. I'm currently in StreamYard, and I don't have those controls from YouTube, I'm afraid. But next weekend, I will have my tablet so that I can have access to the YouTube controls. And if you are there, I will make sure to get you on that. Well, it is 34 minutes. The car is starting to warm up. My fingers are hurting again as they're starting to thaw. I think I am going to bring this to an end as sitting here. Maybe the chat is interesting. I don't know. I can do that. I can hand out blue wrenches if I had access to YouTube, but I am simply on StreamYard at the moment. And there's my problem. So. The rivers are thawed other than the edges. And the lake right around the dock, it has a new coating of ice, but I will try to get down to the lake on Tuesday. Tuesday is supposed to be the last warm day before it turns frigid, and I may have to break the thin new ice there, or maybe it'll have thawed by the time I get out of work, but we'll try to get out ice fishing then. Oh, sorry. I will show you some of the town. I didn't intend to be just showing my car door. The salt truck hasn't gone by in a while, and I don't think they'd appreciate it. The police trucks have driven by a couple times too, so I'd probably get caught trying to drag race the salt truck. That is the Courthouse Square. It's sort of a park area out in front. Half the rectangle is the park area. Once it warms up, I'll give you some tours of our town parks. We have a couple of interesting ones. Nothing, crazy interesting, but well, it is 8:37. The pancakes are calling. And it's time to go make breakfast for me and my housemates. Take care, everyone. And I'll be doing this again Sunday morning like I have every Sunday morning when it is physically possible. I hope to see you all then. As I did this through StreamYard, the chat will keep going after I stop. So talk amongst yourselves while it permits you. And we'll see you all later.